Yo, what's up guys? My name's Jason, and in this video today, I am going to be showing you guys how to build a short auto posting system that posts to all 7 of these major platforms all at once, automatically, and I'm gonna be showing you how to build this for completely free, okay? So I'm gonna give you a free template. I'm gonna give you the free template for the end-to-end workflow. And then I will give you a free template for Notion as well, so that you can keep all your content in like a database, right? Okay, cool. Basically what the system does is every day at 8 a.m., it just checks my Notion content system for if I have anything ready to post. So for example, if this is like ready to post right here, then it would pick that up, and then it just grabs the file, the media file, and sends it to Blotato and posts it to all these 7 major platforms. And then at the end, it's going to tell us whether it was a success or an error. Okay. Now, I want to talk about why this system is important, okay? If you think about it, okay, before I was only posting to Instagram, right? Because Instagram is my main platform, okay? And whenever I make shorts, I usually just make them like for Instagram specifically. But the problem is I'm only posting, I'm taking the time to spend the time and effort and make this quality content, right? And I'm only posting it on Instagram when I could be getting results from Shorts, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, Facebook, and Threads, right? For no extra effort. It's like, why wouldn't I be doing that, right? Why would I not be doing that? That's literally a 7x in output, right? A 7x in input, I would say, actually, even, for zero work, right? 0 extra effort, and I get 7 times more content posted. That's crazy, right? And that's going to compound over time. I only wish that I had been doing this sooner, because if I had been doing this throughout my entire Instagram growth journey, bro, I probably would have been much higher on all these other platforms, right? So it's literally free, extra free reach. It's like, why would you not be doing this, right? It doesn't make any sense not to, okay? And I also just want to clear up this little question, because I know there's going to be people out there who ask this. No, okay, this is not going to affect your reach. Posting or scheduling through third-party apps or whatever it is, it doesn't affect your reach, okay? Everyone stop asking me about that, because it literally does not matter, okay? The only thing that matters is the video. Is the video good or bad, right? That's the only thing that's going to affect your reach. Posting through official APIs is literally fine, okay? So this system is not going to affect your reach. You're not going to get shadow banned, nothing like that, okay? You can look it up. It's a simple Google. But, all right, enough with that. I think with all of that in mind, there's one thing I want to say before we get into this live build, and that is that I'm going to be doing the live build with all of the mistakes, all the stutters, and just like the raw video, because I want you guys to see the raw process, because there's a lot of stuff little tiny things, right, that come up that are probably going to be useful for you to know, okay? So follow along through this video, build this with me together. I'm going to have all the resources for you to be able to do this with me down in the description below. All right? Sick. Let's fucking get it. Let's get into this. All right? Cool. So, the very first place we got to go, if we're building this from scratch, would be to Notion. All right? So I'm going to open up Notion, and I am just going to create a brand new page. I'm actually going to create a brand new database. Let's do empty database, okay? We will name this content database. And let's add let's add like a reel or film strip. Okay. Content database, and just so I know which one this is, I'm going to name this demo 827. So that I know exactly which one I'm working with here, because I have a lot of content databases. Okay, cool. Let's add a cover too. Change cover, let's make it blue. All right, sweet. So now we need a few properties here. This is gonna be the title. We need a title, we need a file for sure. So search up file, and then here it is, files and media. This, let's name media file. And this, let's name this, we'll do text, and then we'll do caption. Okay, we can change that back, remove. How do I remove the icon? Bruh. Can I like, bro? Remove, damn, all right, whatever. Caption, okay. Okay, caption, media file. Let's see, what else do we need here? Caption, media file, status, platform, post date. So, status, that's just gonna be straight up just status, I think. Yeah, perfect, we can hit enter there. Platform, this is gonna be a select property. Select. Select. All right, platform. Status, platform, post date. I think that's really all we need. Let's do date here. Oop. Okay. Post date. Okay, those are all of the necessary properties that I think we need. Now we just need to change the status to, let's do this as idea, and then this is like scripting, and then this is like ready to post. And maybe we can have one for like editing. Scripting, maybe like to edit. Okay. Idea. Oh, and then we need to do one more. I think that is errored, maybe. Yeah. All right. I think that's good. Okay. Now let's do a sample thing. Sample vid. Okay. Now that we have the database set up, we can go to n8n. And then we're going to go create workflow. And then the trigger here is just going to be a schedule trigger. Oh, I forgot to mention also too, we need to edit this later, but Nate. Also, by the way, guys, this template and video was basically inspired from Nate Herc's video right here. I actually got the workflow from him. The only thing I changed really was, instead of Sheets, we're doing it in Notion, and I basically connected it up to my already like custom Notion content system, right? But credit to Nate Herc, because he was the one that I actually found out about this from. So you can go watch that video if you want. Okay, we're gonna do this schedule trigger, and then we're gonna do every day, and then we can trigger it at 8 a.m. or like 9 a.m. because that's like probably the best time to post. Okay, so days 1, 8 a.m. That's fine. That is good to go. Next, we're gonna do Notion. Okay, Notion, and then we need to, if we go back to Excalidraw, the next thing that we need to do is check, right? So we need to check, which would be get many database pages. Yeah. So we are going to, all right, so what we're going to do here is when you have the Notion node in n8n, you need to go make a new credential. I already have a credential that works, but I'm going to walk you through the process of making a new credential because you have to go, it's kind of complicated sometimes. Okay, so what we need to do here is go to, let's just click open docs. We need to get to the Notion API, right? API documentation. Okay, and then view my integrations. Cool. Or, you know, the easier way is probably just search up Notion API, right? You search up Notion API, you go to their API, click view my integrations, and then you can click new integration, auto poster to, all right? And then that is fine. We can just leave everything like that, click save, and then configure. And then we need to go, okay, this is important, all right? This is very important, guys. you need to go to access. All right, go to access, select pages, and then private, or just find out where, I think, what did we call it? Content database demo 827, I believe it was, is the one that we just made. All right, demo 827, update access. All right, now it has access to the correct page that it needs. We can click show and we can click copy on this API key from Notion. And then we can go back to N8N and paste in the API key. And then let's name this auto poster 827. I like to stay organized and see everything so I know which credentials are which. All right, connection tested successfully, so that means we're good. We are connected to the correct credential, and we are going to do database page get many, and then we're going to select the database. And since we only gave it access to that one page, right? So it really should be the only one that pops up. And we're making sure that that one is this one, which it is. The title is the same. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put a limit. What if we do return? Okay, so we definitely want to do limit 1. We're going to do limit 1, and we are going to filter, and we're going to do build manually, and then it must match all the filters. And then the condition is going to be, okay, the platform should be short form, right? So we got to go in here and add this short form, long form. So now that we have these two options, I'm going to change this to blue and this is going to be red. So now that we have those two options, right? This is for shorts only, right? Because if it's a long form thing, that we don't want to auto post that, because a long form, you can't actually post to all 9. Oops. Yeah, you can't post a long form to TikTok or, you know, like LinkedIn or like X, really, right? So when we do long form, that's probably going to be a different flow. This is for shorts, right? I'm going to come out with a long form posting, like auto repurposing system later. But for now, we're just doing shorts. And so what I want to do is the platform equals, and then if we click refresh list, we can see that we just got those new things that we just added in, right? So it's got to be short form, right? So this filter is basically saying, all right, you're going to look through this database and you are going to find me one record where the platform equals short form and the status is ready to post. All right, so it has to meet these conditions. So it has to be short form and the status has to be ready to post. If it's not that, then it won't pick it up, right? Okay, cool. And then I think I even want to add a sort here because I only wanted to pick up one, and let's say we have 2 ones that are ready to post. Then, okay, so maybe this one is like thumbnail poopies, and then this one is like sponge dude awkward pants. All right, I don't even know, bruh. All right, so we have these 2 different videos, right? And if we have 2 that are ready to post, maybe we have another one that's like Squidward's big day balls. All right, so maybe this is like to edit sample cappy. All right, and then this is short form. So if we have 2 that are ready to post, I think we want to sort by, let's add a property here. Let's open up this page. Let's add a property. Let's do a last edited time. Last edited time. Okay, let's move this down. Because I think we want to sort by last edited time descending. Right? So that basically means that the most recent one that we edited will show up first. So if we run this, it should pull up this thumbnail poopies one, right? Boop. All right. So we're going to sort by, and we need to refresh the list again. Sort by last edited time descending. And let's execute that step. And now, perfect. Okay, so it pulled thumbnail poopies. Nice. And now if I edit this, so now if I run it again, it should pull Sponge Dude Awkward Pants. Yes, okay, working. All right, good. That's good. That step is done. What we need to do now, we can close out all this shit. What we can do now is we need to check for videos, and then we need to grab the media file. Okay, so it grabbed that video. What we need to do is grab the media file. So let's upload sample file here. It doesn't matter. We can just do a PNG. Okay, now let's do another Notion step. I'm actually just gonna duplicate this node. And then we are going to change, okay, the credential is correct. What do we want to get here? We're grabbing the media file. So database page, no. Grabbing the media file. We already grabbed it here. So we don't need another Notion step. What we need is a Blotato step. New node package version is available. Bro, I don't know how to upload, like, install that. Hold on. Blotato. I wonder if I can, oh, manage. How do I... Maybe let me just try and uninstall it. Damn, it's active here. Okay, let me look at the docs. Settings. All right, whatever. Whatever, bro. Blotato. New node package. All right, well, first of all, if you don't have the community node, Blotato, then you need to download that or install it to your N8N workspace. So I'm gonna just, all right, fuck it. Let's just uninstall. Uninstall. Also, what you need to do is you need to go to your admin panel and make sure that you're updated, go manage, and make sure that you're updated to the latest stable version of N8N, because otherwise these new Blotato nodes, the community nodes, are like not gonna work, right? So let's try that again. Let's go Blotato and then install this. Okay, we can click this button. It says install node. Error. Fail. Bruh. What if I just refresh the page? See, this is the type of shit though that you run into when you're building stuff live, where it's like, it's good for me to get this on camera so we can show you what to do. Install node. Okay, boom. There we go. It still says there's a new version available. A new node package version is available. All right. So how do I... How do I update to the latest package version of this Blotato Let's see what this says. It's not important. I'm just gonna skip it, whatever. But like, anyways, once you have the Blotato installed, you can just, what we're gonna do here is upload media. And then you have to connect your credentials, and it's very easy. You just get an API key. It's the same deal as connecting credentials with any other thing. Just go to blotato.com, log in, and we are going to go here to settings, API, copy API key, and then we are going to go here and we're going to paste it, and then we're going to click save. Boom, credential done. And now we are going to do media upload, and the media URL here is going to be what we pulled from Notion earlier. But let's see what, okay, that's still going. Let's execute this. Let's deactivate this so we can execute it. All right, now let's activate this, and now we can pull that media file. So we can just literally just grab that, drop it in here, and let's execute the step. Boom. All right, we're good to go. It uploaded, that was a PNG, so fine. All right, cool. Moving right along. Now we just do create post with Blotato. Blotato, create post, and you can choose the platform. What you actually have to do now is you have to go to Blotato and you have to go to accounts, and then you have to log in to all of your accounts and make sure that they're connected to Blotato. Also, follow these instructions when you're logging into your accounts on Blotato. You have to log into your account before connecting, right? So for example, if you're trying to connect to threads, right, then you have to go to threads and make sure that you're logged in on your computer, right? Make sure that you're already logged in. Right, like this. Okay, once you're logged in, then you can click the button, log in with threads, and you just got to connect all your accounts here in Blotato. Once you have that done, then you can go here to platform, choose Instagram, and then you can choose the account that you have connected, that you connected through Blotato. Cool, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up this Notion step, and we're gonna grab the title, and we're going to grab the caption. Boom. Let's also copy this because we're gonna probably reuse that. And then the media URL, is this not just... Is it not just this? Pretty sure that's it. Now, why don't I just test it out? Oopsies. Wow, that actually executed. Should be just a picture. I hope it, I forgot what picture it was. I hope it's not like, oh, it's just the course module cover. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna wait around because I think that actually posted. So I'm gonna see here. We can also go to Blotato and we can go to published posts. Go failed. Okay, this one failed because the aspect ratio not supported. So it failed. So it's not going to post. That's fine. That'll be different once we actually put a valid media file in here. Let's delete that. But that's actually, okay, that's good. So that means it's working. So we're going to rename this Instagram. And then I'm pretty sure we just do more nodes out from here. Let's just duplicate it. Duplicate. And then let's do, this one can be TikTok. TikTok. Let's connect it up here. And rename it TikTok. And then for here, this is actually fine. We need to change the account, right? So we need to select the correct account. Post, create TikTok. Text, media URLs, public to everyone. Don't need to check any of these at all. All right, that's good. Now, same process, duplicate, change the platform to Facebook, select the Facebook account, connect this, rename Facebook. Let's go in here, select the page. Huh, it's, maybe we can refresh. I don't know, it's having, oh, there we go. All right, select the page, that's good. Boom. Okay, duplicate. And we're gonna go, have we done LinkedIn yet? Let's do a LinkedIn. And select the correct account, post create LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. That's all good. Let's do another one. And let's do threads. And select the correct account. And that all looks good. That is good to go. Yeah, that's good to go. Let's rename it threads. Okay. Let's do Twitter or X. Did we already do Twitter? No, we didn't. Okay. So Twitter, the text, that's all fine. Okay, that's actually all fine there. One more, we just need to do YouTube Shorts. Duplicate, and this is going to be YouTube. And then we're gonna go YouTube. Now this is the only thing where you need to change the title and the caption up, because that should be there. And then this should be like that. Okay. Public, notify subscribers. Yeah, of course. Okay. Okay, cool. So all these are green. I know these are gonna work. I'm not gonna bother testing, because then I would have to go back and like delete the post on every single account that I'm testing. Like, I don't want to test every single one of these. I already know they're gonna work. Let's drag this down. Okay, so we have our 7 platforms there, good to go. We just need to add a final thing where we go back to Notion and we either say that it on success, here's what actually we need to do. We need to go here, open up this node and go into settings, and then go on error, continue. Continue using error output. There we go. And so on error here, we're just going to connect a Notion node, and it's going to be update. It's going to be updated database page. And then from here, you can just go get the URL. If you go share and then copy link, you can get the URL to whatever database you're using and just paste it in there. And if it, make sure that you connect with the right credential. So it's going to be 827. And then we can refresh lit. Make sure you connect with the correct credential. Otherwise, like, this isn't going to work out. Okay. All right, let's refresh. Damn, this ain't working. Huh. ID maybe? No, the URL should work. Oh, wait, we need the page ID. Right. Okay. Okay, this shouldn't be the database. It should be the page URL. And that is actually dynamic data that we're going to get from get many database pages. I think if we just do ID and then we throw the ID in here, maybe. But what if we just copy this? Okay, yeah, so that works. So if we throw the ID in here, that'll work. We actually need to put the actual, like, you know, actual ID in there right now because we need the options to load. Because if we put the dynamic data in there like this, you can see the options, they don't load because it's not actually, like, we have to, it says execute previous nodes for preview, right? So let's just copy this because we know that that's what's going to look like. And then we are going to go refresh list. And then we're going to, so this is on error, right? So we're going to change the status to errored. Okay. And then that's error. Okay, now last thing is we just need to grab that ID. Okay, that should be fine. Now we're going to duplicate that. And this is going to be on success. Success, we're going to do, again, I think this is fine here. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, we need to wire this up. Let's wire that up. And that's going to be the ID. So we have the ID loaded in here. That's nice. So the status is going to be done. Or actually, let's change that to posted. Edit property. Change. Dude, I keep moving myself around. Posted. Okay. All right, now let's refresh the list. And that's going to be posted. All right, cool. So so on success, we're going to change the status to posted, and then we're going to change the post date. The post date should be, let's just go expression, and this is easy. It's just $now. And that's just going to input the current date and time. Let's execute that. Okay. So cool. That just worked because it changed it, it posted, and then it put the post date in there. Let's hide this property. Hide. Okay. All right, let's undo that though. Change this back to ready to post. Okay. All right, we're almost done here. The next thing is just testing the error. Okay, so to test the error one, I think if we just do no media file and like maybe, yeah, if we do a blank media file, that should give us an error. So let's click save and let's just like test this. Oh shit. Well, damn. Okay, what happened? What did it do here? Sponge dude awkward pan. Has the media URL, but it's not working. I wonder if that should be, no, that's good. So it gave us an error though. Body must have required property. But it didn't go down the error flow. Man, what the fuck? Let's try again. Man. Okay, so basically I've been trying to troubleshoot, like, I've been trying to troubleshoot the whole success error thing. And I actually went down further down the rabbit hole, and this was actually, RoboNuggets is the actually original guy who found this automation, or created it, I guess, and then Nate made this video on it as well. But this was the original right here. Anyways, and so I'm the third guy now. Anyways, I looked at his, I looked at Nate's, and he even added some more steps on there, so that's, yeah. But the error thing just doesn't work. I'm gonna keep looking into it. All right. So he never actually shows the error workflow being executed successfully. It just said that he was showing us how we could think about error handling on this flow. And the error handling is, it's really not working because for some reason, even when it errors, it goes down the success path anyways, which I think is probably a problem because it's a community node, and especially because there's a new node package available. So maybe I just need to update my community node. The only problem there is I was looking in settings and trying to go to community nodes so that I could update it, but it's just hard. Let me continue research. All right, so like, I'm almost positive that I can't, okay, you can't force install a specific version. Cloud only lets you install verified. Yeah, okay. So I'm on N8 and Cloud, so actually I can't update to the newer package version because it's just, it doesn't let you do that. And so I don't know what exactly is going on. I think it's a problem with the node. I don't think we're doing anything wrong, but that basically means that this whole error handling workflow is practically, you know, it's rendered useless. So on error, I think we're just going to stop the workflow. Maybe we can continue. I wonder, well, let's just stop the workflow. Maybe we can try that. So, right, that's just going to stop it. If we click continue, then, right, it's going to just continue on. And then here, if we try this, we get an error here. What if we do continue using error output on this one? I wonder if it'll work there. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a problem with the community nodes because, yeah, right, okay. All right, so that just means it's a problem with the community nodes then. So we can't really do any error handling then. So let's go back here. Let's just click stop workflow for all these. And then we're just gonna connect up everything again. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Okay. All right, so Instagram, where's TikTok? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube are the most important ones, I feel. And then maybe LinkedIn, Facebook, maybe Twitter is next, Threads, Facebook. Make sure these are all connected. Okay. And then we're just going to rename this to update. Update database. yeah. Let's actually just rename this to update page. Okay. All right, that's enough. Let's get into this and see if we can get this to work now. So cool. Let's drag like that. All right. So yeah, there we go. I mean, that really should be the whole automation done. And it only works if you upload a valid media file, right? So if we go here, so we have this one. Yeah, that means we can actually get rid of this error property here. Let's just delete that errored property. Okay, so we have this. Oh wait, fuck, that's gonna, it's actually gonna post it. Shit, I think it did actually hit Instagram. That'll probably show up in a second. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, it did. Let's delete that. Okay, cool. All right, so let's just select all these and deactivate them. Deactivate. Let's just test only on Twitter. So if we go back here, and it left it like that because, okay, let's write the test caption. Test caption. Yeah, and then we can do like a separator and then like get your thing here and then like a down arrow, oops, like a down, and then we can do hashtag yeah, hashtag poopy, hashtag sorry not sorry. Okay, all right, let's test this out again. Execute workflow. Okay, so it posted to Twitter. It would have posted to all the other ones too. We just had them deactivated. And then it went in Notion and updated this to posted and it marked it with the posted date. Okay, cool. So that all went smooth. Let's look at the caption. The caption should have went smooth with the hashtags and everything. Suppose all that's left to do now is check Twitter or X, whatever. So it'll show up. You just gotta sit here and refresh for a second. There we go. Thumbnail poopies, text caption, yeah, get your thing here. Okay, cool. Let's delete it. But yeah, boom. So basically we're good to go now. Now we can just activate all these, click save, and then we can turn this live. Oh, we can do error notifications, workflow settings. There's workflow settings now? Yo. Okay, error workflow to notify when this one errors. Oh, we can do that? That's dope. All right, maybe another video on that soon. Anyways, this is cool now. So, there we go, guys. Start to finish, from scratch, we have an auto poster, and now you can automatically post to all 7 of these major platforms from a central database and dashboard. And then there's so many things that you can do here with the content database too. Like, I have turned it into, you know, a little bit more of a customized, this is the actual system that I've been using to write up all my content, brainstorm. Like, I'm literally writing this video right now, right? And I wrote it using this system, and I have it in my shorts table, right? My shorts, my longs, whatever. Yeah. So cool. If you want to get the content, like the full Content OS, this is actually 7, Content OS 7. If you want to get Content OS 7, that's my Notion template. You can get it in the Skool community down below. But otherwise, if you just want the free stuff so you can set this up for yourself and get it running today, then that'll be in the description down below as well. Cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it educational and informative, and I hope you got some value out of it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.